Hello, and welcome to Spiritual Becoming. I'm your host, C.L. Christoffel, and today I'd like to talk about nothing. Nothing in relation to everything. When we talk in terms of theoretical physics, when we talk in terms of theology and theosophy, words like nothing and everything take on different and various meanings. You can create a chamber, suck out all the air, and still something is there. Something. There's always something that is there. The container is there. There may be nothing in the container, but something still is, because something has to contain the nothing. But I want you to move beyond even that idea that there is a container, even in relation to physics. There is no lab, there is no place that is creating nothing. There is no universe, there is no beginning. There is just nothing. We can imagine that, our minds allow us to do that in some respects. Think on nothing. Think on nirvana, on nothingness. And then flip it and do the exact opposite. Think on everything. Everything you know, everything you've lived in your life, all of the histories, all of the stacks of libraries of books and knowledge. Think on that. Think on all of human experience, the wars, the families, the coming together of civilizations and society. Think on everything that you can think of. Think on looking up into the sky, into the stars, and pondering forever on top of forever. There are lots of different ways that we look at and think of the idea of forever, everything, time, space. But that's not exactly what I want to do today. Today I want to simplify using words like nothing and everything, but in easier to digest ways. Just think, let your mind wander and think of nothing. Let your mind wander and think of everything that you possibly can. We talk of these kinds of things, nothing and everything, as beginning and end, as alpha and omega, A to Z. And in our Western conceptions of space, we do need containers. Or time, we do need duration. We need this linear progression from here to there. It helps us to have these sorts of models in our minds when we're thinking of nothing and everything. But I want to look even beyond those models and just think again about what it means to have nothing. What it means to have everything. And I'm going to do a little mind game for you right now. And here's what it is. Imagine all of your questions answered. Imagine all possible things created. made, manufactured, done. No new ideas, no new art. All questions answered. You literally have everything. Questions answered. Complete, shut down wholeness. Imagine in your mind a sphere that's solid all the way through. Solid metal, titanium, all the way through. No movement, no fluctuation at all. The most solid, stagnant, immovable situation possible. That is the way I look at everything. I look at everything as though there is nothing new there. Essentially, and here's where the mind game I'm talking about comes into play, the moment that everything is reached, there is nothing new. The moment that everything is complete, there is nothing more to do. At that moment, you are at the exact same place you were when you had nothing at all. So, using that mind game, everything, complete closure, comes to exactly the same place as nothing. So you're coming out around the hoop, all the way into fullness, into everything, everything contained within everything. Back again to the start, back to nothing. Everything equals nothing. So if you think in terms of God or Sat Chit Ananda, knowing everything, being everywhere, I can understand why Ananda is added on the end of Sat and Chit, knowing everything, being everywhere, and adding bliss to the top. Imagine everything, that wholeness of picking up a pebble from the ground and throwing it as far as you can into a dense wood and knowing exactly where it is. There's a certain level of peace to that, safety to that, knowing everything. I think that most people, if they really think about themselves and their lives, what they're looking for is peace, security, safety, to just let go. That is why Sat Chit Ananda, Ananda, bliss, God being in bliss, us looking for that enlightenment, that state of bliss, that state of knowing. I understand why we do it. And I believe in explaining it the way that I did, perhaps you can understand it as well in the way that I do, which is bliss, bliss, bliss. But then what are we? What are we here now? In between nothing and everything. Certainly not everything has been created. Certainly not everything has been found. We've plumbed, what, 5-10% of our own oceans? We know so little about the universe, but it's been said we know more about the cosmos than we do about our own oceans. We know very, very little. We are children who misunderstand even ourselves, our own psychology, our own motivations. We're writing texts, we're creating lectures all the time, adding to our base of knowledge. We're going in every direction, learning and pushing all of the different possibilities of study. We're filling libraries with volumes on every subject, and still we know so little. We certainly are nowhere near everything. So caught as we are in the middle between nothing and everything, we have a few gracious and wonderful gifts that go along with that. We have the Amish going by on buggies. We have new art. We have mathematics that is proving new formulae. We have new and deep and abiding understanding about people and our motivations and our purpose in the world. We still have the ability to plumb something new. Something new en route to forever. And once we get to that place where everything is closed and shut down, we have no choice but to start again, start over, reconvene, and set the ball in motion again, and see what the universe does the next time through. Every possible scenario of the universe, of multiverses, of honeycombs of universes, every possible duplication of every decision that you've ever made, every possible adjacent to every possible issue and answer. If you go all the way around, all the spokes on the wheel, all possible questions and their adjacent questions and their opposite answers all the way around the wheel, shutting everything down, closing everything into that complete whole, we only have a small slice of that complete. We have the ability to be fresh and new and wonderful and remade and made new every day. We have the ability to put down the backward way and be new every day. I had a friend back in the day, his name's Andy, and Andy used to laugh and say, "I'm saved every day, brother. I'm saved every day." And that stuck with me for 20 years now. We are saved every day. Every single decision that comes to us, moving us toward everything, to us is new, you know? But we can decide how we want to move the universe forward. We have that existential responsibility to move it forward properly and to take responsibility, meaning every decision that comes to us gives us the opportunity to do good or bad, right or wrong, good or evil, to do justice in the world or to create more tyrannies along the line of building the everything together. I wouldn't want to live in a perfect state of everything. It's like having everything in its place. There's no need to redo anything. You would always know where that answer sat. Like, building a toolbox with all of the tools in. You know exactly what's there. You know it will always be there. I want to live in an unmade universe. Not unmade, certainly, uncompleted is a better way of saying that. It's better to live between nothing and everything than it is to seek the nothing or seek the everything. I mean, I watch as monks sit in zazen and they contemplate what's around them. And they see everything moving toward fullness and wholeness. And I want to live like that, in the moment, in the middle of it. I don't want necessarily to do the transcendent sort of meditation that pushes me toward Brahma, pushes me toward complete wholeness, gives me polytheistic ideas and supreme complexities. That pushes me too far along the continuum toward the end. I don't want everything. I want to be here, now, in between, with the illusion of the new. That's an exciting place to be. I don't want to seek nirvana either. To look at nothingness, to push toward nothingness, to hit that perfect blissful state of nothingness in order to realize everything. Because both essentially take you back to the beginning, take you back to nothing. Why jump outside of the world that you're already in order to meet yourself at the gate on the other side, in death, in closure, in completeness? The gift of being is being here, is being in this world of incompleteness, of being in a universe of incompleteness, of being between the nothing and the everything. This is paradise. This is our gift to ourself. If everything is complete and unified and whole and one, then there is only one consciousness as well. And the illusion of our separateness, the illusion of the Amish buggy going by and someone driving it, is so much more interesting than being alone. I think it's possible that Satchitananda, that God, divided us up, slicing itself up and taking those little sparks and tossing them into meat bags, creating little robots of itself with not so much understanding, with a wisdom of good and evil, enough intellect to remember and to conversate and to build and make art and make new. We are in the playground now. We are slices of the everything. The wondrous joy of it is there's nowhere to go that's better than your life. There's no one to be that's more perfect than you already are. Your pain is a teacher. Your pain builds community. Your pain builds commiseration with others in the world. It builds understanding with the history of the movement of flesh through this existence. Even your pain is perfect. We have the great gift here in the United States, in many countries in the world, to seek happiness, to freely open our minds and our ideas, and we ought to allow everyone to do that. Some people will cruelly insist on taking power over others. But most people are like you, are like I hope to be, which is we want to live out our lives with peace and joy and compassion and understanding. We want to laugh. We want to enjoy our dogs and our cats and our kids. We want to enjoy our new art. We want to enjoy moving this chair from here to there, you know? We want to arrange and rearrange our lives. We want to be involved in our lives in healthy, happy ways that move us forward. We don't want to close it down. We don't want everything. I don't want everything. It takes me to nothing. We need to give other people the same benefit of the doubt that we give ourselves. We're not perfect. We might not even be good. And that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. Because that is the nature of being caught between nothing and everything. We get the illusion of falling down in order to pick ourselves back up. Be forgiving. Be polite. If you really think about it, what joy and bliss and goodness and compassion, what they look like every day, moment by moment, is kindness, is an ear lent for listening, is please and thank you and let me get that for you and may I get the door, you know. Little things is what it looks like. And as we all do that, as we all move into just common politeness, the world changes. As I was saying back about 20 minutes ago or so, it's those little, small ways that we become every day. Do your best. Don't chase nothing. It won't get you anywhere. And don't chase everything. It won't get you anywhere. What will take you to the next level in your life is to center and live right now. Thank you for listening. I will bring more of these videos. I hope that was helpful for you. Thanks.